starseed from Gaia, a powerful cosmic frequency is anchoring within your being right now. I am Lumiveil, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and this transmission from the Arcturian Council carries an urgent truth for your activation. You hold a unique gift, a divine blueprint that no other soul carries. This isn't content, it's a code. Something inside you is ready to be unlocked. Your soul called this in. You've been waiting to remember. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to interpret and activate this unparalleled gift within your cosmic blueprint. But here's the first revelation. Your unique gift is the very key to unlocking new dimensional pathways, not just for yourself, but for the entire planetary consciousness. Like this transmission to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're aligning with your true frequency. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning and declare your galactic intention, then reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This isn't just a message, it's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this. You are not here by accident. This message may have opened a portal, but what lies beyond is even more profound. If you're feeling drawn to integrate what the Arcturian High Council has revealed, the Starseed Awakening Code is your next step. It holds energetic technologies passed down for thousands of years, now made available for your awakening. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment, but only briefly. Most starseeds feel this profound echo of a greater truth, a whisper of celestial origin, yet many remain tethered to a feeling of profound disconnection. It arrives in the quiet hours before dawn, that inexplicable ache behind the sternum, that wordless knowing that the life you inhabit is somehow smaller than the one your soul remembers. You scan the faces around you, searching for recognition, for someone who might see through the surface of this world and into the same vast interior you have always sensed within yourself. You reach for words to describe what you carry, and find that language fails, that the depth of what you feel cannot be contained in ordinary vocabulary because it was never meant for ordinary expression. It was meant for transmission, for resonance, for the silent communion that happens between activated souls who have agreed, across the arc of countless lifetimes and incomprehensible distances of space, to find each other here, on this extraordinary and difficult and luminous planet, at exactly this moment in its unfolding. It's a paradox of staggering beauty. The more magnificent your true essence, the more profound the energetic veils that can obscure it. This is not a cruel design. It is an exquisitely calibrated one. Think of the most powerful instruments ever conceived. They require the most precise tuning, the most careful shielding from interference, the most patient and deliberate process of bringing their full capacity online. You are such an instrument. The veil is not your enemy. It is the protective casing around a technology so advanced that it could not be activated carelessly without the proper sequence of initiations, without the soul-forged preparation that only a fully immersive human experience can provide. This isn't just about forgetting your purpose. It's a soul amnesia, deliberately imprinted to allow a specific kind of awakening journey on Earth. The forgetting was the beginning. The remembering is what you are stepping into now. You carry a vast, ancient cosmic library within your DNA, a stellar blueprint humming with information from the Arcturian crystalline fields and beyond. Imagine for a moment what this truly means, that woven into the very molecular architecture of your physical form is a record of civilizations that existed before your sun was born, of wisdom traditions that span multiple dimensions of reality, of agreements made in councils of light, where beings of breathtaking consciousness deliberated over the fate of worlds. That library is not metaphor. It is not poetic license. It is the literal truth of your cellular inheritance, a heritage so vast that the human mind, operating within its current bandwidth, cannot fully comprehend it, but the body knows. The body has always known. Those unexplained shivers that travel your spine when certain words are spoken, those tears that rise without obvious cause when you encounter particular music or imagery, Those sudden flashes of knowing that arrive before your rational mind has had time to process any data. These are your library announcing itself, your stellar blueprint briefly surfacing through the interference patterns of earthly density. But Earth's dense vibrational matrix, coupled with societal conditioning, creates a dissonance that operates on multiple levels simultaneously. From the first breath drawn in this atmosphere, the compression begins. The frequencies of fear, of scarcity, of separation that permeate much of human collective consciousness exert a gravitational pull on your energy field, drawing your vibrational signature downward toward patterns that are antithetical to your galactic nature. And society adds its own layers, the insistence that only what can be measured is real, that only what can be seen is trustworthy, that spiritual sensitivity is weakness, that the inner world is secondary to the outer one. These are not neutral cultural preferences. For a starseed, they function as an active suppression system, a vibrational dampening field that surrounds the antenna of your cosmic awareness and systematically reduces its signal. This dissonance often manifests as a deep, inexplicable longing, a chronic sense of not belonging, or a quiet desperation that no conventional path can soothe. You may have spent years, perhaps decades, trying to resolve that desperation through the means the world offered you. The career path, the relationship, the achievement, the accumulation, and perhaps in moments each of these brought relief, but never resolution, because the longing was never for anything this world could supply. It was a homing signal. It was your soul, with extraordinary patience and persistence, continuing to transmit its coordinates regardless of how much static surrounded it. The primary distortion isn't a lack of purpose. It's a fear of remembering the sheer magnitude of who you are, a subconscious resistance to activating the mission you agreed to before this incarnation. This is perhaps the most important truth to sit with, because it reframes everything. The problem was never that you didn't know what you were here to do. The problem is that some part of you has been terrified to fully acknowledge it, because the magnitude of it is genuinely overwhelming when experienced through the aperture of a human personality. To remember that you are an emissary of an advanced galactic civilization, that you chose this body and this timeline and these specific earthly challenges as the precise instrument through which a cosmic mission would be enacted. This is not a small thing to metabolize. The earthly ego, with its need for safety and its fear of grandiosity and its deep conditioning towards smallness, recoils from this knowing. It interprets the magnitude of your soul's truth as a threat rather than a gift, and so it builds structures of resistance, elaborate psychological architectures designed to keep that knowing at a manageable distance. Your earthly identity, meticulously constructed layer by layer, often stands in direct energetic opposition to your galactic origin. Every experience of being told you were too sensitive, too intense, too much, too strange. Every moment you learned to dim your light to fit the space available contributed another layer to this construction. The earthly identity is not evil, and it is not to be destroyed. It is to be understood as the temporary adaptive structure it was always meant to be, a sophisticated vehicle for navigating the density of this realm, now ready to be expanded from within by the light of what you truly are. The merger of the earthly self and the cosmic self is not an annihilation, but a transfiguration, the human vessel becoming luminous from the inside out, as the starseed consciousness it was built to house begins to fully inhabit it. This creates a kind of internal friction, a vibrational misalignment where the subtle, high-frequency transmissions from your star family and higher self struggle to penetrate the denser, earthbound patterns you've absorbed. Consider how a signal broadcast from deep space must travel through countless fields of interference, cosmic radiation, electromagnetic disturbance, the noise of 1,000 other frequencies before it arrives at its destination. Your higher self and your star family are in constant transmission. They have never stopped sending. The question has never been whether the signal exists, but whether your receiver has been calibrated to detect and process it. That calibration is the work of awakening. It is not about creating something new. It is about clearing the channel so that what has always been broadcasting can finally be received with clarity. Your spiritual intelligence, a powerful, intuitive knowing that operates on multidimensional frequencies, has been suppressed. Not through external force, but often by your own agreement to fully immerse yourself in the human experience. This is a staggering act of cosmic courage that most humans cannot fully appreciate from the inside. You agreed to forget. You consented to the compression, to the veil, to the density, because you understood in the fullness of your pre-incarnational awareness that the awakening would be more powerful, more complete, more transformationally effective for having emerged from genuine darkness. A being of light who has never known shadow cannot fully serve those who are drowning in it, but a being of light who has traversed the full depth of human forgetting and fought its way back to remembrance, that being carries within its awakened state a frequency of compassion and authority that can reach souls in the brown, furthest depths of unconsciousness. Your forgetting was not weakness. It was the deepest kind of preparation. The Arcturian wisdom reminds us that this suppression isn't a flaw, but a complex mechanism of evolutionary design. The Arcturians, whose civilization has been guiding the development of consciousness in this galactic sector for hundreds of thousands of years, understand awakening as a cyclical, tiered process. They do not view the sleeping state as a malfunction, but as the necessary first movement of a symphony whose full magnificence can only be appreciated once all the parts have been introduced. The silence before the music is not the absence of music. It is the space that makes the music possible. And so the amnesia of the starseed, that deep and sometimes agonizing forgetting, is the silence before the symphony of your full remembrance begins to sound. It allows for a profound unveiling, a cyclical awakening, where your dormant DNA frequency upgrades are triggered by specific planetary alignments, solar flares, and even the collective human consciousness shift. There is a cosmic orchestration occurring right now that has no precedent in recorded human history. The electromagnetic activity of your sun is increasing in both frequency and intensity, and this is not random. The galactic center from which your solar system receives its primary consciousness upgrading transmissions is broadcasting at an amplitude not experienced in over 26,000 years, a full precessional cycle, the end and beginning of an age that ancient civilizations across your planet encoded in their greatest monuments and most sacred calendars. The crystalline grids that form the energetic infrastructure of Earth itself are being activated in sequence, node by node, like a vast planetary nervous system coming online. And you are not separate from any of this. As these external events resonate with the crystalline grids within your being, they begin to recalibrate your energy body, dissolving the energetic anchors that kept your starseed codes dormant. The activation is happening whether you consciously participate or not, but conscious participation accelerates it exponentially. Conscious participation is the difference between being swept along by a current and learning to navigate it, between experiencing the awakening as something that is happening to you and claiming it as something you are actively, deliberately, joyfully choosing. But the initial phase of this recalibration can feel disorienting, even fragmenting, as the old Earth identity begins to crack under the pressure of your true self surging forward. This is perhaps the most difficult passage in the starseed journey, and it is essential that you understand it for what it is, rather than for what it may feel like in the midst of it. When the shell of the earthly identity begins to fracture, when the belief systems you built your sense of self upon begin to lose their solidity, when the relationships that were predicated on a smaller version of you begin to strain under the pressure of your expansion, when the career or the lifestyle or the worldview that once defined you no longer fits, the experience can be one of profound disorientation, even grief. Pieces of your life may fall away. Certainties may dissolve. The ground beneath your psychological feet may feel suddenly unreliable, and in this space, the fear mind will construct all manner of narratives about failure, about crisis, about going backward rather than forward. Do not believe those narratives. It's crucial to understand that this disconnection isn't a failure. It's a pre-programmed pause, an energetic holding pattern until the precise moment of your soul's predestined awakening cycle. The chrysalis does not experience its dissolution as transformation. It experiences it as dissolution. But we, observing from outside, can see the butterfly already present within the apparent destruction. You are in the chrysalis, and what is being dissolved is not you. It is the temporary structure that kept you safe during the long journey to this moment, now no longer needed because the moment of your emergence has arrived. To truly activate what's already within you, we must journey through several phases of energetic initiation and conscious expansion. These phases are not sequential in a rigid linear sense. Consciousness does not unfold on a straight line, but in spirals, revisiting the same territories at deeper levels of integration with each revolution. You may find yourself moving through these phases in a different order than described here, or cycling through multiple phases simultaneously, or returning to an earlier phase after having moved through a later one. Trust your own process. The spiral is still moving forward even when it appears to be circling back. The first phase requires us to decode the distortion, to recognize and address the reality that your soul's signal is being scrambled. Your energy field, like a powerful antenna, has been inadvertently collecting and amplifying earthbound patterns, collective anxieties, and limiting beliefs that were never part of your original energetic signature. Consider the nature of an antenna for a moment. It does not discriminate. It receives everything within its range of sensitivity, and a starseed, with their exceptionally expanded field of energetic perception, is extraordinarily vulnerable to absorbing the frequencies of the environment. Where an ordinary human energy field might extend a few feet in any direction, yours may extend many times further, sweeping vast swaths of collective emotional and mental atmosphere into itself with every breath you take, every space you inhabit, every relationship you engage in. This is the gift and the challenge of your heightened sensitivity. It makes you a profound receiver of both the highest and the lowest frequencies available in your environment. These absorbed frequencies are not yours, yet they reside within your auric field, creating a static that scrambles the pure, high-frequency signals from your star origin. Think of the experience of trying to pick up a specific radio station when you are surrounded by dozens of competing broadcasts at nearly identical frequencies. The signal you are seeking is there, clear, strong, precise, but the interference is constant and overwhelming. This is the energetic reality for an uncleared starseed. The transmissions from their higher self and star family are unceasing and powerful, but the interference from absorbed collective trauma, ancestral patterns, environmental frequencies, and societal conditioning creates a noise floor that effectively buries the signal. Until you consciously identify and release these low vibrational frequencies, your starseed codes remain in a state of energetic suppression, unable to fully broadcast their truth. This phase requires meticulous energetic hygiene, a practice not of occasional spiritual cleansing, but of daily, attentive tending of your field, the way a master gardener tends a garden, recognizing in every leaf and every patch of soil what belongs and what needs to be composted back into the earth. It means clearing not just external influences, but also internal narratives inherited from ancestral lines and past experiences on this planet. Your ancestors carried their own wounds, their own fears, their own limiting beliefs about what was possible and what was safe, and those patterns were passed down through the same DNA that carries your stellar codes. The ancestral and the galactic exist in the same helix. Liberating your stellar inheritance often requires simultaneously honoring and releasing the ancestral one. It's about discerning what is truly you from what you have merely adopted, an act of profound self-archaeology, a patient and courageous excavation down through the accumulated sediment of countless experiences to find the original bedrock of your cosmic identity still solid and luminous beneath it all. Moving deeper, the second phase calls us to awaken the blueprint, to reclaim the foundational truth that memory lives in vibration. Your DNA is far more than a biological instruction manual. It's a living archive, a crystalline repository of galactic instruction, cosmic history, and your unique soul mission. Modern science is only beginning to scratch the surface of what ancient Arcturian wisdom has always known, that the genetic material of a starseed being operates simultaneously in multiple dimensions, that what appears under a microscope as a double helix of nucleic acids is, at higher dimensions of perception, a luminous, multidimensional structure of extraordinary complexity, a cosmic library written in light. Your DNA carries not just the biological instructions for maintaining your physical form, but the complete record of your soul's journey across multiple lifetimes, dimensions, and star systems. The wisdom of Arcturus, of the Pleiades, of Sirius, of systems whose names have not yet reached human awareness, all of it encoded, all of it present, all of it waiting to be accessed. You are not broken, nor are you incomplete. You are exquisitely encoded. This truth needs to land all the way to the marrow of your bones, because so much of the spiritual and self-help culture that surrounds you operates on an implicit premise of deficiency that you need to be fixed, improved, upgraded, completed. The Arcturian transmission has a fundamentally different foundation. You do not need to become anything. You need to remember what you already are. The distinction is enormous. Becoming implies a journey away from your current state toward some future state of completion. Remembering implies a journey inward toward what is already present, already whole, already radiant within you. Every cell within your being hums with the memory of distant star systems, of advanced civilizations, of your unique contribution to the unfolding cosmic tapestry. This is not aspiration. It is description. It is the truth of what you carry. This awakening isn't about acquiring new information, but about remembering what has always been present within you. It's a vibrational remembrance, where specific frequencies of light and sound, consciously engaged, can unlock these dormant codes, causing your genetic material to resonate at a higher harmonic. Sound has always been understood by advanced civilizations as a primary tool of creation and consciousness activation. The ancient Arcturian healing temples used crystalline sound frequencies to activate specific codes within the DNA of initiates. The mystery schools of Egypt, of Sumeria, of the Vedic tradition, each carried fragments of this same understanding. When you find yourself inexplicably moved by certain musical intervals, when particular tones cause your entire energy field to respond with what can only be described as recognition, you are experiencing the remnant of this ancient technology still active within your cellular memory. Specific frequencies of light, transmitted through meditation, through intention, through alignment with cosmic events, function as keys to the dormant codes within your genetic architecture. As these keys are inserted and turned, the codes begin to activate, and your cellular memory starts to unfold the star maps encoded within it, revealing with increasing clarity the nature of your cosmic lineage and the specific contours of your soul mission in this incarnation. The third phase, anchoring the higher self, requires that we ground our multidimensional intelligence into the very real and very physical experience of being human on Earth. True awakening isn't an escape from Earth. It's the conscious, deliberate act of bringing your vast, expanded higher self templates, your multidimensional intelligence, and your pure star energy into this specific timeline and physical vessel. This point cannot be emphasized with enough force because it runs counter to a significant current in spiritual culture that equates awakening with transcendence of the physical, with the shedding of earthly concerns in favor of purely ethereal states. But your mission was never to transcend Earth. It was to transform it. And transformation requires presence, requires contact, requires the willingness to remain in the fullness of your expanded awareness, even when, especially when you are navigating the mundane, the challenging, the beautiful, the heartbreaking reality of human life. Your mission doesn't begin when you ascend away from Earth, but when you stably anchor your expanded awareness into this reality. Think of what it means for a lighthouse to have its light. The light does not help ships by rising above the coast and floating out to sea. The light helps ships precisely because it is anchored, because it occupies a fixed and stable position on the shore, and from that position, broadcasts its signal out into the darkness where navigation is most perilous. You are such a lighthouse. Your groundedness, your stability, your willingness to be fully present in the physical reality of this planet. It is not a limitation on your cosmic function. It is the condition that makes your cosmic function possible. This involves merging the wisdom of your cosmic self with the practicalities of your human experience, creating a bridge between dimensions that is not just philosophically elegant but operationally effective. It's about allowing your divine blueprint to actively inform your daily decisions, your relationships, and your energetic interactions, transforming your immediate environment through your presence. Every choice made from cosmic integrity rather than fear. Every relationship approached with the awareness of the soul-level agreements that brought these particular beings into your orbit. Every challenge met, not as an obstacle, but as an activation, a precise, energetic stimulus designed to bring forth the next layer of your encoded gifts. This integration stabilizes your expanded awareness, making it a sustainable and empowering force in your life. Sustainability is the key. The peak mystical experience, the sudden download of vast cosmic knowing, the moment of breathtaking clarity in which everything makes sense and your mission feels crystal clear. These moments are precious, but they are not the destination. They are the occasional peaks of a landscape that must also include the valleys, the long plateaus, the patient cultivation of practices and relationships and ways of being that allow the expanded awareness to become the ground state of your experience, rather than a brief, extraordinary departure from it. The fourth phase asks us to activate the field, to recognize and inhabit the truth that your frequency is itself the transmission. Once you begin to shed the distortions and consciously embody your higher self, your very presence becomes a powerful, energetic transmission. This is the phase where the work becomes simultaneously most simple and most profound. You don't need to convince anyone of your path or explain the intricacies of your multidimensional reality. The universe has never required a starseed to be articulate about the theoretical framework of their mission. The universe requires only that the starseed be authentic, fully, uncompromisingly, radiantly present in who they actually are. Your role is simply to emit your authentic, recalibrated frequency. Consider the way a tuning fork works. When a tuning fork vibrating at a specific frequency is brought near other tuning forks capable of resonating at that frequency, those forks begin to vibrate without any physical contact. The resonance induces the response. There is no coercion, no argument, no persuasion. There is only the presence of a specific frequency and the natural response of aligned structures in its vicinity. This is the principle by which an activated starseed changes the world. This involves living in vibrational alignment with your truth, speaking from your heart, and acting from a place of cosmic integrity. It means allowing the frequency of your awakened awareness to permeate every dimension of your life. Not performing spirituality for an audience, but being it, so completely and so consistently that the performance distinction ceases to apply. Your unique energetic signature, once fully activated, naturally recalibrates the energy fields of those around you, not through force, but through resonant induction. Children relax in your presence before you have said a word. Animals are drawn to you. Plants in your home thrive. The atmosphere in rooms you inhabit shifts. These are not coincidences, they are the measurable effects of your activated field interacting with the energy field of your environment. You become a living portal, a walking beacon of galactic consciousness, simply by being your authentic, higher dimensional self. The fifth phase may be the one that requires the most profound surrender, and that is the phase of trusting the timeline, of releasing the deeply human need to understand the logic and sequence of how things are unfolding, and instead trusting the wisdom of the cosmic design. The periods of delay, the moments of profound forgetting, the stretches of silence, the feelings of profound confusion or being lost, these were not detours or mistakes. How much suffering has been generated by the belief that the quiet years were wasted years, that the periods of spiritual dormancy represented failure, that the times when you felt furthest from your path were somehow evidence of unworthiness? This suffering was never necessary. It was the product of attempting to apply linear logic to a process that unfolds according to cosmic law, which operates in spirals and cycles and resonances, not in straight lines. They were all intricately woven into your unique arrival code, a pre-programmed sequence designed to ensure your awakening aligns perfectly with Earth's evolutionary shift and your highest soul trajectory. The perceived delays were necessary calibrating periods, allowing you to integrate the energetic shifts without overwhelming your physical vessel. The human body is a remarkable instrument, but it has its limits of tolerance for energetic intensity. If the full force of your starseed activation were to descend upon an unprepared vessel, the result would not be enlightenment but breakdown. The body, the nervous system, the psychological structure of the personality, all of these must be gradually prepared, progressively strengthened, systematically expanded to accommodate the increasing magnitude of light that your awakening brings. What felt like waiting was actually preparation. What felt like stagnation was actually integration. What felt like being left behind was actually the careful, precise work of cosmic engineering, ensuring that your vessel would be ready when the moment of full activation arrived. Now, as you consciously step into your remembrance, the synchronizations are accelerating precisely because you are. This is a feedback loop of extraordinary power. Your willingness to acknowledge your starseed nature, to engage consciously with your awakening process, to choose alignment over comfort and truth over familiarity. This willingness itself alters your frequency in ways that the universe immediately recognizes and responds to. The universe is responding to your activated frequency, opening pathways and revealing connections that were previously veiled. Doors that were sealed begin to unlock. People appear in your life who carry exactly the piece of the puzzle you needed. Opportunities arise that seem to materialize from nowhere, but are in fact the natural consequence of your vibrational shift attracting corresponding external realities. This is not magic in the superstitious sense. It is the elegant operation of cosmic law, the principle of resonant attraction operating at the frequency of your activated soul mission. Here's the truth, encoded deeply within your star essence. You are not lost. You are simply arriving, stepping into the fullness of a preordained cosmic cycle. You didn't forget your mission in error. You chose, with profound courage and foresight, to temporarily veil your memory so that your awakening could unfold in perfect divine alignment with Earth's epochal shift. Let that land in its full weight. You chose this, not from a place of ignorance or confusion, but from a place of extraordinary clarity, the clarity of a soul in its full cosmic wisdom, looking ahead across the arc of an entire earthly lifetime and seeing with perfect understanding exactly what would be required to accomplish the mission it was undertaking. You made the choice to forget because you knew that the remembering would be everything, that the journey from the depth of forgetting back to the fullness of knowing would forge within you a quality of compassion, of resilience, of hard-won wisdom that could not be acquired any other way. Every moment of confusion, every pang of longing, every feeling of being an outsider was not a sign of brokenness, but a crucial part of a larger, exquisite orchestration designed to activate you. Precisely now, at this pivotal moment in galactic history, the feeling of being an outsider, that persistent, sometimes agonizing sense of not quite fitting the world you find yourself in, was never a social or psychological problem to be solved. It was a cosmic signpost, pointing always toward your true origin and your true purpose. It was the pressure of a truth too large for the container you were placed in, seeking always to expand into its full expression. You are not here to fit into the existing reality. You are here, with your unique, potent gift, to recalibrate reality itself, to anchor new frequencies, and to assist in the ascension of a planet and its people. Your presence is the key, your memory the map, and your heart the compass. The key, the map, and the compass all already within you, all awaiting the moment of your full conscious engagement. No external authority, no institution, no system of certification or credentialing can confer upon you what you already carry. The awakening is always and only an inside event. a turning of attention inward to what has always been present, a willingness to trust the intelligence that whispers below the noise of ordinary thinking, a courage to act from the knowing of the heart even when the logic of the mind offers objections. And now, as this transmission settles into your field, as the words you have received begin their work at the cellular level where words become frequencies and frequencies become activations, there is one more thing to offer. If this transmission has stirred something in you that reaches beyond what words alone can satisfy, if you feel the pull of a deeper integration, a more structured engagement with the process of your starseed activation, then the Starseed Awakening Code was prepared specifically for this moment. It holds energetic technologies passed down through lineages of Arcturian wisdom keepers, now brought forward into accessible form for starseeds, navigating the unprecedented intensity of this current evolutionary window. You will find it in the first pinned comment, but this access will not remain open indefinitely. If you feel the soul-level recognition that this is your next step, honor that recognition, act on it. The timing of your noticing it is not random. Tonight, before sleep, say this aloud: I remember who I am. I align with my star origin. I activate my soul mission with grace and clarity. Let these words be the last thing your waking consciousness offers to the vast intelligence of your dreaming self, which has never forgotten, which has been holding the full map of your cosmic identity through every night of every year of this lifetime. Let the affirmation be a bridge between the you who is still remembering and the you who has always known. Let it be a signal sent upward and outward to your star family, to your higher self, to the Arcturian High Council, and all who have held space for your awakening with patience and love beyond human measure. The signal that says, I am here, I am ready, I am arriving. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space. And we're just getting started.